Dandavat pranams. Thank you to everyone for joining today's session. I am offering my respects unto Sri Gurudeva. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakchur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama. I am offering my respects to the Vaishnavas, Panchakalpa, Tarubhascha, Kripa Sindhu, Vayepacha, Patinana Pavana Pure Vaishnava Pure Namo Namaha. Today we'll be reading the section on honoring and serving prasadam from the wonderful book Service Life, compiled by Devashish Prabhu from London. Everything in this booklet is either stated in the authorized scriptures of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, such as Bhakti Rasimrita Sindhu, Hari Bhakti Vilasa, and others, or is something that we have heard directly from the lotus mouth of Srila Sridhar Maharaj or Srila Govinda Maharaj. Pranesvari Didi, over to you.
Jai Nitai, Hare Krishna. It's an honor to have been invited. This book is a compilation made by Devashish Das Prabhu, as she said, and it was made a long time ago, but it's so important even up to now, because it gives us reflections, reminders, and guidelines of Vaishnava standards, behavior, and etiquette. And that is something that we have to apply into our lives and also teach our children. So, and today I'm going to read the first section of chapter 14, which talks about honoring prasad only. So the most important thing is to offer obeisances with the heart, because we are receiving mercy. That's the most important thing. Prasadam means the Lord's mercy. We should always remember this. Devotees don't eat in the sense of consuming foods, but rather the devotees honor Krishna Prasad. Those foodstuffs which have been prepared with devotion and offered to the Lord are considered to be transformed from mundane food into a special merciful manifestation of the Lord, which is Prasad. Properly honoring Prasad is as much a part of our spiritual practice as any other. In fact, all the acharyas in our line agree that prasadam is the solution to the whole problem of mundane life. By living wholly on the remnants of the Lord, we can cross over the illusory environment. When honoring prasad, one should be clean, having bathed before the meal. If it's not practical to take a full bath, then we at least wash our hands, mouth, and if appropriate, one's feet. Prabhus should have their shikas tied, head uncovered, and feet bare. And the didis, we should cover. It's the proper thing to do, or at least to collect your hair in a knot. One should take prasadam punctually and when cold. One should not make the prasadam wait. This may be an offense unless a specific duty prevents one from honoring prasadam at the proper time. Prasadam should be honored in a clean and suitable area. One should sit cross-legged on the floor with a small asana or at a table. One should not spread their legs while honoring prasadam, nor should one keep the plate on one's lap. One should always receive prasadam from a devotee. This helps us to remember that prasad is grace and not food. We should not serve ourselves, but should ask a devotee to kindly give us prasad. Before beginning to eat, one should offer respects to the prasadam by chanting appropriate prayers. Krishna Nandini Didi is going to tell us a little bit more about it. One should not get up while honoring prasad. Should one require anything, one should ask humbly to those devotees who are serving the prasad. One should honor prasad using the right hand only. With practice, one can learn to tear breads, such as chapati or puris, using the right hand only. One should not tear bread or other items with one's teeth or using the left hand. If at first this feels unnatural, then one should practice by sitting on the left hand during prasadam time until one loses the habit of using it during eating. This is practical advice. It is recommended to use the fingers of the right hand for eating, as this stimulates digestion via the sensation of touch. If one is unable to eat using the fingers, this may feel alien or awkward to those unaccustomed to it, especially when taking wet preparations. It is also acceptable to use a spoon. One should accept only as much prasad as one can comfortably honor. That means one should not overeat or not waste prasad. If one doesn't want a particular preparation or has taken enough, then this should be indicated to the server by placing one's right hand a few inches above with the palm down and fingers spread to prevent them to serving more on the plate. One should not speak unnecessarily about mundane subjects while honoring prasad. This is proper behavior. After finishing one's meal, one should remain seated until the senior devotees present rise. So out of respect to them. If because we have a seva, we have to go, then we can ask permission to leave those who are senior. This is proper etiquette. After finishing prasad, one should wash one's hands and mouth, and one should then thoroughly clean the area where one has eaten with water. So these are important things to remember. I'm going to just show you something here. The beautiful preparations in our Navadip Dam. So spectacular, so beautiful. These are in Chiang Mai. And this is the wonderful, wonderful seva. They are honoring prasad by thousands in our Ekachakra Dam. Now, this photo here is Ramai Prabhu. He was the pujari for over 20 years in the Sokel Seva ashram. And I want to read something that he said regarding prasad because it is so, so beautiful. So, so beautiful. And he said, in the Boga Arti Kirtan, it says, Radhikarapaka Anna Vividha Vyanjana Paramanande Krishna Korena Bhujana. Radharani cooks all the curried vegetables, sweets, and rice. She manages all the household affairs of Krishna, and she cooks for Krishna. Sometimes it is even said that it's Radha's kitchen, not Krishna's kitchen. So in the kitchen, we are trying to serve Radharani by cooking for Krishna and offering our cooking in that direction. There is one conversation between two parrots. One parrot sings the glories of Srimati Radharani, and the other parrot sings for Krishna and how he is attractive to everyone. But Radharani attracts Krishna. Radharani is the only person that can really satisfy Krishna, and that is why we're trying to engage in her service. If we serve her, then we know our service will be accepted. Whereas on our own, we don't know if it will be accepted. Srimati Radharani has manifested Vrindavan just to serve Krishna. We are trying to serve Srimati Radharani, and Gurudev is our direct representative.
No, that's Didi. Thank you for that. It was wonderful. And so Krishna Nandini has prepared some really nice these offerings, and I'm going to just share something with you myself. Can everyone see?
Yes, we can see.
So I'm just going to speak about serving prasadam and also wanted to just make a note that these wonderful pictures from Sadhu Maharaj, who shares wonderful pictures on our Facebook pages of all the lovely parikrams that we've been on. It's just to also give everyone a little flavour of a lot of the preaching that he's been doing recently, and they're just wonderful, wonderful pictures. I just wanted to share also with everybody. So serving prasadam. Serving prasadam is an important service and essential to the proper culture of service life. As with all services, there is a right and a wrong way to serve prasadam. We should learn to serve prasadam to the Vaishnava with great care and attention. Ideally, prasadam should be served by initiated devotees, but during festivals, others may be recruited for this service as long as they are clean and appropriately dressed. One should wear a dhoti or sari as appropriate. One should not serve prasadam if one is unclean, feeling excessively hungry, anxious that one won't get any prasadam for oneself, or feeling angry or otherwise disturbed in the mind. The practice of making plates beforehand for the servers is contrary to devotion. One should serve the Vaishnava to their full satisfaction and then happily take whatever remains. One should develop the attitude that if everything is distributed and nothing is left, I can fast, if that is Krishna's will. Otherwise, one should happily sit and honour prasadam and allow others to serve. The cook should make sure that enough prasadam is made to satisfy everyone. If prasadam runs out, they should happily cook again as required. Devotees should be seated on an asana and prasadam should be served to them. Unless there is no other alternative, the practice of making the devotees queue up with plate in hand like in a cafeteria should be avoided. Prasadam should not be served directly from the cooking pots, but should be transferred into serving containers first. So stainless steel buckets are ideal for this. A competent devotee should take charge of the serving of large gatherings, such as on festival days. He or she should supervise the servers. And hot preparations should be served hot and should be served in a timely manner and in the correct order. One should take care not to touch the plates or hands of the devotees honouring prasadam with the serving utensils or serving container. One should not hold a devotee's cup or bowl while serving the prasadam into it. If the cup or bowl needs to be held steady, ask the devotee you are serving to do this, but take extra care not to pour hot prasadam into their hand. If one touches a plate or person with the serving utensil, then one should immediately wash one's hands and the utensil before continuing to distribute that preparation. One should carefully drop prasadam onto a free area of the plate, taking care not to mix savoury preparations with sweet preparations. Prasadam should not be given directly into anyone's hand, but this does not apply when distributing morsels of Mahaprasadam at other times. Each devotee serving prasadam should know what the preparation they are serving is. They should know, for example, it is not if it's hot or if it's spicy or savoury or sweet, suitable for children, what main ingredients they are serving. The serving should be led by a competent person who will distribute the rice, and all other servers should follow him. This is important if there is more than one area where prasadam is to be served. Those serving water and any smaller pre-rice preparations should be directed in which order those areas will be served and should distribute accordingly. Prasadam should be served quickly, quietly, and efficiently. This is a skill which devotees should be enthusiastic to learn. The normal order in which the preparations are served is as follows. First, water, any bitter food such as shukta to stimulate the appetite at the commencement of the meal, or sak, and any salad. Rice, dal, savouries such as pakora, samosas, aloo bhajia, vegetable preparations, sabjis, wet first, then dry. Chutneys to aid the digestion. Pushpana, this is a bridge between the sweet offering, and then finally sweets.
Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnave Svalpa Punya Vitam Vrajan Visvaso Naiva Jayate. O King, for those who have a very poor fund of piety, their faith in Mahaprasadam, in Sri Govinda, in the holy name, and in the Vaishnava is never born. Vaire Sarira Avidjal Judendriya Tahayakal Jiva Pele Visaya Sagore Tara Madhya Jiva Ati Laba Moy Sudur Mati Take Jeta Katina Samsare Krishna Bodhe Doya Moy Koribara Jiva Jai Sva Prasad Ane Dilo Bai Se Anamrita Pao Radha Krishna Gunagao Prema Dako Chaitanya Nitai. O brothers, this material body is a network of ignorance, and the senses are one's deadly enemies, for they throw the soul into the ocean of material sense enjoyment. Among the senses, the tongue is the most voracious and verily wicked. It is very difficult to conquer the tongue in this world. O brothers, Lord Krishna is very merciful. Just to control the tongue, he has given us the remnants of his own food. Now please eat these nectarian grains while singing the glories of their lordships, Sri Sri Radha Krishna, and in love call out Chaitanya Nitai. Shri Mahaprasadam Ki Jai. Now we'll have some kirtan. Uma Devi, you'd like to...
Hare Krishna. Which one, Didi?
Hariyaraya Nama Krishna.
Okay, no problem.
Dandavats, Hare Krishna. Maybe someone has some questions or comments. Someone like to add before you can do kirtan? Any of the devotees like to ask some questions? Some very beautiful slides there, nice lovely photos.
Gives you the, we're all missing. I think many of us are missing Parikram.
Yeah. Pranesvari, did you want to say something?
Yes, I would like to ask, how can you explain if someone sees this video for the first time and they are not aware of us or the rules that we follow when honoring Prasad? How do we explain that we don't use the left hand? And that extreme example of sitting on your left hand until you master your right hand. How can we explain that?
I heard a simple explanation from one of the sannyasis many years ago. It's like, your left hand, your right hand is considered the clean hand because you use that hand for chanting. You hold your japa mala with that hand, and also for serving Mahaprasad, and also for honoring Mahaprasad with the right hand. Whereas the left hand is considered the unclean hand. That's the hand you use in the bathroom. You do not use your left hand in the bathroom.
You're right.
So you cannot mix your left hand with your right hand. So one hand is considered the unclean hand, and the clean hand is the right hand, which we will serve Prasad, honor Mahaprasad, like that. Simple answer, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
simple and clear, because if
Yeah.
somebody hears this, they will say, why? Why not? I'm left-handed. I can eat with my left hand. Now we have it.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you
is,
so much.
doesn't seem proper etiquette using the left hand in the bathroom and eating with the same hand. So that is, yeah, not good at all. Hare Krishna. Maybe somebody else has got some other explanation.
Yours was very clear.
Hare Krishna. Jai Gurudev.
I can start Didi now.
Yeah. Should I share the song on the screen for everyone?
Yes, that'd be nice.
Yes,
Okay.
you can share it.
Okay, Jai Gurudev. Hari Haraya Namaha Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hariyaraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya
Jadavaya
Nama
Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha
Gopal Govindaram Sri Madhusudana.
Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra.
Sri Chaitanya
Chandra.
Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda.
Gadadhara
Sri
Srivasadi
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha.
Jaya Rupa
Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha.
Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha.
Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha
Ye Chai Gosari Kori Charana Vandana.
Jai Gosai Kuri Karana Vandana
Vaite Vignana Abhishta Purana.
Jignana Shabhishta Purana
Ye Chai Gosani Jar Mohi Taradasa. Dasa Bara Padarena Mora Panchagrasa.
Dasavara Parare Panchasha
Tade Charana Sevi Bhakta Sannivasa.
Tate
Janume Mor Yeha Bilasa. Ye Chai Gosani Jabe Braja Koili Basa. Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakasa.
Radha Krishna Lila Korila Prakasha
Ananda Bole Hari Braja Brindavana. Sri Guru Vaishnava Pada Majayamana.
Sri Guru Vaishnava Padma Jayamana
Sri Guru Vaishnava Pada Padma Korihasa.
Sri Guru Vaishnava Padma Korihasa
Harinama Sankirtana Kohi Narottama Dasa.
Harinama Sankirtana Kohe Narottama Dasa
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshama.
Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam.
Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshama
Rakshama.
Krishna Kesava Krishna Kesava Krishna Kesava Paima
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Hima.
Krishna Kesava Krishna Kesava Krishna Kesava Paima
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava,
Krishna Kesava
Hima.
Krishna 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 He
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna He
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
He.
Rama 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 He
Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Rama He.
Rama 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 He
Rama Rama, Rama
Rama Rama Rama Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Chandra Hari Bol
जय सब परिकर श्री गुरु गौरंग गंधर्व गोविंद संधार जी की जय श्री श्री गुरु गौर नित्यानंद जी की जय शिवाज श्री शिल भक्ति निर्मलाचार्य महाराज की जय ओम शिवाज गुरु श्री शिल भक्ति सुंदर गोविंद देव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय ओम विष्णुपाद गुरु श्रील भक्ति रखीधर देव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय श्री रूप अनुग गुरु वर्ग की जय अनंत कुट विष्णु वृंद की जय नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय जय शाह प्रसाद श्री नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय जय शाह प्रसाद श्री महाप्रभु की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोविंद चामुकुंद राधुकुंद गिरी गोवर्धन की जय जय श्री भक्ति देवी वृंदा देवी श्री तुलसी महारानी की जय श्री चैतन्य सरस्वत मत की जय श्री गौर मंडल क्षेत्र मंडल राज मंडल की जय all the assembled devotees की जय all the worldwide devotees की जय श्री हरिनाम कीर्तन की जय conscious cooking program की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि
Hare Krishna, everybody. So next Saturday we have Mahalakshmi Didi from Singapore, and she's going to be doing a special preparation because it's pre-Gopunim. So we'll have a special preparation from her, and also Krishna Kinkaras, probably you're going to, you don't know yet.
I don't know, I'm surprised.
Maybe sharing one pastime, maybe, if we have one small pastime and then some kirtan. We thought maybe it'd be nice because it's a special celebration next weekend.
Wow, okay, yes, that's service for me. Thank you for engaging me. I will try to say something interesting for the devotees. But I must say today's session was very, very interesting and very informative. You know, although we read these instructions many years back, it's good to have a refresher and remind ourselves, because along the way, sometimes we tend to forget, you know, the little finer details, especially when it comes to offering prasadam to the devotees, that extra special care and attention, you know, how much of love and affection we need to serve with. So it's good to refresh ourselves from time to time. You know, sometimes we tend to forget. So thank you for all of that. It was very nice.
I was going to ask as well, because I think you see it sometimes, especially with new people, maybe when they're being offered prasadam and maybe they want some more, and sometimes there's not enough servitors to go round to filling, you know, and why they shouldn't go up and help themselves. Prasadam.
Here we, you know, the thing is, you don't want too many devotees or, you know, guests or family members coming and touching the spoons and pots, because they may not know the etiquette. That is why it's very important to see, and we've seen this during our Gaurpurnim, even last year you will see it as well. Whenever we were sitting or any place we went to when prasadam was being served, you see Shripad Niriyaha Maharaj, he was supervising all the devotees. He would say, take this offering, or sorry, just take this prasadam, serve this, serve that, Prabhu, you serve this, like that. So there must always be one devotee supervising. So that way, you know, the devotees don't mix the spoons or don't serve, you know, the dal before the rice or something like that. So it's always nice for someone who has some experience to teach the newer devotees, younger devotees, on how to serve, what to serve first, and the order of serving. So that way we learn from other devotees. So it's always good to, you know, see ourselves as practitioners, see ourselves as aspiring servitors. We are trying to serve. We don't know. That is our mood. We don't know how to serve. We want to learn. So when we go forward with that attitude, then, you know, we learn properly from the more experienced devotees. And that way we try not to cause any offense or give anxiety to the devotees, like that. Hare Krishna.
श्रीपाद कृष्ण केशव प्रभु की जय।
Jai.
Jai Gurudev.
कृष्ण की जय।
The kirtan was very nice. Thank you, Didi. Very sweetly, very sweet.
That was Lakshmikanti Didi, Krishna Kishore Prabhu.
Yes, Dandavats,
Didn't
Didi.
see them joining. Sorry, didn't see them joining there.
I think it was too much of tacos, right?
Dandavats Prabhu.
Yes.
There we go.
I was going to say, you must have some nice stories to share, or prasadam stories to share in terms of offering. Krishna Kishore does.
Krishna Kishore
Prabhu.
Dandavat, how are you?
Well, now that we're seeing you, we are very happy.
Yes, we want some stories.
It looks like he's going to give us a presentation on how to tie dhoti.
No, I'm showing the Aarti.
Oh, there we go. It's a cut for Aarti. Okay. Very nice.
Let me see. Oh, here is I can show you our latest offering if you bear with me. I cannot see what would. Can you see? I don't know where you're facing or what you're seeing.
Yes. A little further down. Jai.
This is our little deities, and today we prepared just rice, some sort of fire, some fried
Have you
cassava.
done the offering already, Prabhu?
Yes, I just did the offering a few minutes ago, so we're preparing an arti plate. My wife apologizes for missing her spot to sing. She was in the shower and missed it, so she apologizes.
Yeah, can we see your offering again? I missed.
Okay.
Sure.
You can show us the offering, yes.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you what you're seeing, so
A bit further down.
A little further down.
Further down. There we go.
Ah, very nice. Gurudev.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavats, and looking forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. Shall I try to do a Zoom session? Jai Gurudev.